Good afternoon, seniors. This is Mr. Van High coming to you again with this is the last screencast that you'll be having this year. And this is just a follow up to our last homeroom activity where we talked a little bit about investing and things like that. This one um, has a few quick takes on investing in stocks and such. And then we'll get to our contest that we had before and give the winners of last month's contest, which is going to be the winning prize is going to be a big fat candy bar for each winner in each homeroom. So we'll get to that. I know this is not everybody's cup of tea. So with that, being cognizant of that, I'm going to try to keep this screencast to about 5 minutes on the quick take and 5 minutes on the sharing winners. And you guys will be done pretty early in this homeroom. So anyway, a few quick takes as we go forward. First of all, we got into a little bit of individual stock picking at the end of the last segment with Miss Van Camp and myself. And one thing I'm going to start out with is just the fact of on the quick takes, stock picking itself is not easy. There's a lot of people out there who think they're smart and think they're going to do a whole lot of really intelligent things. But I put three names on the bottom of this slide: Warren Buffett, Carl Icahn, and David Einhorn. And I put those names down just because those are considered the experts. Those are considered the ones who just are like gods of investing. Warren Buffett's considered the Oracle of Omaha, the best stock picker of all time. Carl Icahn was actually on Donald Trump's cabinet as because he was so great at investing. And this David Einhorn guy got some fame about 10 years ago. He went to Vegas and he won a blackjack tournament. And his what they call hedge fund for investing was doing really well this year. So again, he got a claim as being of having greatness. So anyway, the people who claim they have greatness, it's not easy. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative here, but just giving the realistic part here. I've got a little chart, and I don't know if you can read this or not, but on the very top, it says S&P 500. That means if you just invested in every stock in equal amounts, just don't even think about it. Say I'm investing in the market. I'm buying everything. That's the top one is purple. The second one is Warren Buffett's situation or his fund. The next one, Green Lake Capital, this blue one. The blue one is Einhorn, the guy who won the blackjack, and the green one is Icahn, Donald Trump's right hand man. Okay, so as we look at this now, who won? Who did the best? Well, you can't even see because my face is in the way. But David Einhorn, the guy who won at Vegas and is just a mathematical genius, he's so far below everyone else. He actually was negative over the last 5 years. So he actually lost money in total, just lost money. Now the others did a little bit better than that. We're looking at the green one is Icahn. He made 84%, which means if a person had $10,000, he probably ended up with about $18,500 at the end of 5 years. The orange one, Berkshire Hathaway, the Oracle of Omaha, a little bit above that. But the winner was the market itself. If you just bought everything just blindly, didn't even think about it, you beat the Oracle of Omaha, you beat Icahn, you beat Greenhorn, the blackjack winner, you beat all the experts just by randomly picking the entire market. So again, sometimes people think they're just gonna have a neighbor who did something great or whatever, they're just gonna copycat the neighbor. Copycat investing sometimes doesn't do any better than just letting the market do its stuff and just putting your money there when you get to the point where you're investing some money. Um, so there's easier ways than just plain um, picking stocks. You can just blindly do the market. So again, so if you wanted just a theory, if you wanted to go invest, you can pick stocks. I do a little bit of that. Some other people do a little bit of that, but you can pick stocks and hope that they beat what the general market would be, beat inflation, make you some money, and they should. You should, but you can also lose a lot, as you can see. Some of the experts even lost. So you can invest in the whole market. That's one quick take, and also um, you don't need any help in doing that. Anyone can do it. Anyone can start an account for $0.00. And if you wanted to invest in the whole market, not a problem at all. You could just invest in a stock called SPY. It's called a spider. And SPY is basically just investing in the whole market. So you're not picking stocks. You're taking equal amounts of Walmart, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Facebook, Apple, whatever. You're buying them all. Nvidia, whatever. You're just getting them all. Kimberly Clark, and that did better than the people who tried to individually pick things on their own. So you can invest in a whole market. You can do it yourself. You can do it with an expert. Another thing that you can do to bypass the whole thing of having to think is know this, that if you work for a place, and most people do when they to the point of um, working in a job they're going to be at a while, most places have something called an employee match. Now, by far, if you're going to invest and they're going to be involved in stocks, your company is, taking the employee match is by far the best investment you can have, better than sitting at your desk trying to look up things on the internet and things like that, because employee match means when you put 1,000 in, they put 1,000 in. So basically you just made 100% in 3 seconds because they doubled your money just by you putting a little bit in. So that's the best investment ever. So just a couple quick takes to walk away before we get to the winners. Employee match is the best game in town. The second thing is don't think you have to overthink things. If you think the stock market is going to go up, and it has most of the time, if you look back to this chart, in a 5 year time span, and it's not always going to be this good, a 5 year time span, the market gained 100%. So the market basically doubled in 5 years. Way better than you can do in a bank, but you can do it by picking the whole market. And again, employee match is the best game in town. Those are my two quick takes. Now let's get to our winners. Okay, stock picking contest by homeroom. We broke this down by homeroom. And as we're looking at the first homeroom, Ms. Graminsky's homeroom, the winner, as we slide down, was Ms. Graminsky. She picked something called graphic packaging. I've never heard of it, but she's the winner. So she can get that big fat candy bar. I've got them in my room. And if she wants to bypass it, or any of you who don't like chocolate, you can give it to the next person in line. Joseph was the next person in hers with Disney and McDonald's, both doing better than Annie Bittner, who picked Starbucks that didn't have real great. Okay, so and actually, this time of our contest, the whole market went down. So, in general, most people are going to go down. Most people are not going to be profitable. So, second homeroom, Miss McClellan's homeroom. Um, Colin Hackert nudged out Miss McClellan, who had McCormick Spices. Colin Hackert had ExxonMobil, and he was the winner there. So, he will get whatever chocolate bar comes his way. And the next homeroom, from a teacher standpoint, I don't know what teacher this is, but it's the middle of the alphabet. And middle of the alphabet, Kyle Heinrich with an auto company I've never heard of, Baja or Baja Auto. Never heard of it. Must be foreign. But Kyle Heinrich is your winner there. The next one, no students picked anything. So myself and Mr. Valentine got some stocks in here. Mr. Valentine, we put Ross Stores down for him, obviously with his first name. Ross Stores didn't do very well, so I kind of won by default there with a thing called Global Payments. And on to our next one. This was the stock market. I'm going to donate my candy bar to somebody from Miss Mathis' homeroom because everybody made a pick there. Everybody participated. Um, Even though everyone participated, as you look at the results of Miss Mathis, nobody made money. So the top one actually was Devin Rearig, but that's a strange situation. He picked Samsung, and maybe because they're foreign, they might have pulled off the U.S. markets. Samsung actually did not trade at all, so he has $0.00. So Miss Mathis can make a call on whether that's a winner or not on a stock that didn't trade. Otherwise, for sure, getting something will be Abby Shu with Walmart, and next in line would have been Sophia Nice. Okay, and then finally down to the very last homeroom. This is Miss Modder's homeroom, And the winner of Miss Modder's homeroom was Danny Vander Zanden with Amazon. So those are your winners. Those people can come down to my room and pick up the candy bars. If they would like one, they can give them away if they don't. And Miss Mathis will have to make the call on what happens in her room. She's going to have 2 candy bars. We have an odd situation with the top person being 0 because that did not trade. So the rest of the time is yours. Enjoy the rest of the time. Again, this is your second last homeroom ever in your senior life. So enjoy it. And I hope you learned at least a little bit in the last 2 homerooms. Thank you.